Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything about it, politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, in a post in his verified Twitter handle, now known as X, congratulated the President-elect of Senegal, who is Bassirou Faye. And among other things he said, after congratulating the new president-elect of Senegal, who is in his early 40s, is that he said that it is an indication that after the few recent coup d'etats in Africa, that democracy is also trying to gain a good ground in West Africa. And then he used that opportunity to call on the opposition in Nigeria that the lesson they should learn from what happened in Senegal is that if they form strong coalition, they could be able to send President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all Progressive Congress packing from office in 2027, apparently. That was what former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who was the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 presidential election, said in respect to the new development in Senegal. But there is one response that is a summary of what I'm going to say here as my reaction to Atiku's call for the opposition parties in Nigeria to form a coalition to send Tinubu and the APC packing. This person go on by the name OGT09 at GT09 at GT09. This is what he replied former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He said, or he wrote, His Excellency, follow the footsteps of Ousmane Sanko. You must not lead, support the younger generation. So this GT09, a Twitter user, advised former Vice President Atiku Abubakar that he should follow the example set by Ousmane Sonko, and told him that you must not lead, you should support the younger generation. That is a summary of what my reaction was or is to Atiku Abubakar's call for coalition to remove APC and Tinubu from office. Atiku Abubakar must not lead. The reason Atiku Abubakar is calling for coalition is that because he wants the coalition to be built around himself. He wants to become president in 2027, apparently. But Atiku Abubakar and those who are supporting him are yet to learn that Atiku's time is over. Atiku's time is over. That is why he should listen to the advice of that Twitter user who told him to give way for the younger generation to take back their country. There are so many things that disqualify Atiku Abubakar from being the arrowhead that a coalition will be built around to push APC and Tinubu out of power in 2027. One, Atiku Abubakar is from the north. There is an unwritten agreement in Nigeria that when a northerner rules Nigeria for 8 years, he must give way for a southerner to rule for another 8 years. President Buhari has just finished 8 years of the North being in charge of Nigeria. 8 years. It is the turn of the South to produce a president. That is why you could see that there was concerted effort to force the APC to zone the presidency to the South. That was at the heart of it. You could see that before the election, right from 2022, the Southern Governors Forum were in their Sabbath declaration and elsewhere. They talk about the fact that the presidency must come down to the South. They say it was for fairness, justice, and equity. That was what they said at the time. But in fact, if they had followed that fairness, justice, and equity, the presidency ought to have been in the Southeast. APC, if they say APC must produce the president, there are enough Southeasterners in APC that could have made good president. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu hijacked it and got the APC ticket. Because the APC ticket ought not to have gone to the Southwest after Obasanjo had done 8 years as president from Southwest. And Professor Yemi Osibanjo had done 8 years as vice president, 16 years of Southwest being in the presidency. Common sense, if Nigeria is a country that believes in fairness, justice, and equity, the APC ought to have insisted that the power go to the Southeast, where you have people like Dr. Ogbonnaya who has the capacity, who are men of integrity, who will not steal Nigerian money, and rally around him and build a presidency around him from Southeast. But that's by the way. But this is just to remind Atiku Abubakar that 2027 is not a time for the North. But he can afford to participate just to waste his money. The truth remains, no matter as bad as Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, the presidency is not supposed to go back to the North in 2027. So if Atiku is sincere, Atiku should go and call a world press conference and gather the coalition and form a coalition of all the political parties and told them to build a coalition around Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election. Let them build coalition around Peter Obi, a man of integrity, a man of impeccable character, a man who has endured a lot to see the birth of a new Nigeria. That is the only coalition that will make sense. That is the only coalition that matters. That is the only coalition that Nigerians will buy into. But any coalition ahead of 2027 that is built against around Atiku Abubakar is a coalition that is built on quicksand. It's not going anywhere. And Atiku should know it very well. The only reason Atiku appeared to be on the front burner now talking about Nigeria, because Atiku's modus operandi had always been that after the election he will retire to Dubai. When he remains a few months to the next election, he will resurface. But because P2B has changed the trajectory of Nigerian politics, so he is now staying around, being active on Twitter to give the impression that he cares, because P2B has changed the narrative. P2B has shown that you don't just be an opposition leader and disappear, like Atiku Abubakar did in 2019. It was Peter Ame, who is Secretary General, National Secretary of Coalition of Political Parties in Nigeria, CUPP, who recently drew my attention to the fact that in 2019, when they all formed a coalition around Atiku Abubakar, after that election, which unfortunately was rigged also, Atiku Abubakar abandoned them and went to Dubai. And even when they tried to reach out for him, he gave them the impression that he doesn't even want small parties. He doesn't have regard for small parties. But these small parties are the people now he's calling on to come and join together to form a coalition so that they can be able to defeat APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the next election. APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu can be easily defeated. The only thing that anybody can be talking about is to insist that when you form a coalition against APC, but also form a coalition to send it, make it clear to them that if they rig the election in 2027, that there will be a parallel government. The same way they threatened Jonathan in 2015, that if Jonathan and the PDP rig the election in 2015, there will be a parallel government. That will send the fear into the APC. And you be determined to do it. Be determined to form a parallel government. Be determined to show them that you are ready to take to the streets. You are ready to march to the Aso Rock Villa, that if they rig the next election in 2027, that you are ready to take back Nigeria by fire, by force. If they rig the 2027 presidential election, be determined to do it. When they see that you are determined to do it, that you are not going to accept any rigging, I can tell you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC will be defeated, and they will be the first to congratulate the winner, just like PDP did. So that is the area that they need to work on. And the coalition has to be built around Peter Obi in the first place, because Tinubu has to be succeeded by a southerner in 2027 and not by a northerner. That should be clear. Atiku Abubakar ought to know this. He's not a small boy in politics. He's a veteran. He's an elder. He ought to know that there is no way the presidency will go back to the north after just 4 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After 4 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidency, if it is not retained by Tinubu, should go to the southeast through Peter Obi of the Labour Party. That is what they should be working on. That is what I expect Atiku Abubakar, if he truly loves this country, to be working on, and not to be surreptitiously plotting to have a coalition built around him. That is not how they did it in Senegal. If that was how they did it in Senegal, Faye, who is just 44 years old, could not have been the president-elect today. It is not about somebody insisting that unless they built it around him because of his age, because of his pedigree, because he has spent a long time in politics, that it is him or nobody else. If that is his idea, it's not going to work. It's going nowhere. And many people will not buy into it. As bad as APC is, as bad as the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, the only change that will make a sense is a change spearheaded by Peter Obi in 2027, and not anyone by Atiku Abubakar. Because the difference between Atiku Abubakar and Bola Ahmed Tinubu is basically the difference between a bar and Gary. Not much difference. So that is a fact. So what Atiku Abubakar should be working for, should be spearheading, if really he's sincere, is to form, to be part of a coalition. He don't have to be the one to form it. To be part of a sincere coalition to take back Nigeria from APC and from PDP. To take back Nigeria from APC and from PDP, so that a new Nigeria can be bettered through the Peter Obi. And you will see really a new Nigeria. The new Nigeria that Nigerians voted for in February 25, 2023 will become a reality. Nothing short of that is acceptable. Nothing short of that is going to work in 2027. So any other coalition that Atiku is talking about will make no sense, except a coalition built around Peter Obi. That's my take on this. I don't know what is your take, but whatever is your take, give it out in the commentary box so that we all can share it and see whether you make a better sense than what I have just said. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.